So it's where you feel like there's a tightness, we'll try and ease it out. Obviously, the yoga I normally teach is, I do touch a little bit on like spirituality of it, but here I try and keep it a little more focused for you guys, so you don't need to, but we will go into, as Jay said, the mental side of it as well. So trying to relax the minds and using some of the stuff. The real important stuff is the breathing, yeah? You will need to learn to breathe really well, and that will help you for tournaments. It will help you beginning, mid and post as well, if you can really hook onto some of that. So you're going to probably want like 2 mats, 2 senior mats, 2 jigsaw mats of space. So, and you're going to start laying down, yeah, whatever way. Yeah, I don't mind. So get into 2 sort of a space where you've got enough left and right, up and overhead, like formally stretch. Come forward, yeah, don't be scared. And I will probably walk around as well. Anyone not want me to adjust them, come right, what's your name? Martin, come down. Pops, go that way, darling.
Go that way?
She's just going to move and you're just going to move down a bit. So you're out the way, darling. Yeah, just so you can move down. Yeah, got enough space? You're going to touch your feet. Left and right a little bit, and then you can go over and out. That's it, yeah. It's going to be, what we're going to focus on is a good bit of like hips, tummies, yeah, and I'll walk about and guide you, and I'll demo as well. Try and listen to me as opposed to feel like you need to look at what I'm doing, because then that way you're really trying to tune in and listen to your body. So, if your back hurts, oh.
Your mat's set, yeah.
Jay's filming me, but I'm not there. So if your back hurts, first thing, yeah, if you get any sort of discomfort in your back, keep your knees bent, and that'll just help sort of align the spine and give you some support there. And initially, I just want you to sort of settle in to a relaxed position on your back. Yeah, nothing scary is going to happen in yoga. You're just going to, well, unless you sort of like sink into a deep, mindful thought. So initially, we're just going to tune into a breath. So I like to create a boundary, yeah, so from what was to what is now. So that means, however you were just training, it's gone, yeah, it's done. You've done it already. So you've created the strength you need to in your body from that session. You've created a bit of warmth, you've energized. What you need to do now is concentrate on cooling the breath down, cooling and regulating your nervous system so then your body can relax. So you weren't fighting, that is a natural state of heightened stress, yeah? And that is good for the power and for the fight. Naturally you need that to be able to really dig in and win. But what you want to be able to do now is tell the body we're relaxing. You're going to lengthen the muscles, you're going to let the breath be longer and smoother. And then the muscles respond. And the body just gently starts to feel a little heavier. And you're no longer in fight mode. You start to just bring yourself into a state of relaxation. And it won't just happen like a switch. And maybe today you'll find it's a real struggle to switch the mind off. Or maybe something will just click and it will feel like, okay, I get what's going on in the body here. So we're going to just start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And that way we naturally cool our bodies down. You start to release some of that excess energy that will not serve you. And again, we're working on regulating our nervous system. So take a few deep breaths in nose, out mouth. And the next thing we're going to work work on is just you creating a bit of space around you where only you matter. So it doesn't matter how the person next to you moves. It's about how your body moves right now, how you respond to relaxing. What your body can and can't do. So if you want to create a little bubble of space, a metaphorical bubble or box around your physical body, then do it. And just on that note actually, if you really struggle with visualization, there is something in like 1% of the population that can't do it. So if you're like, God, I can't visualize, I don't know what you're talking about, talk to me about it at the end and I'll have a little chat. Yeah, if all you see is sort of like darkness, black in the mind, then we'll have a chat about it. So we're going to start to just ease out the body. So let's all bring our legs to bend, feet to flat. Lovely, arms can just rest at the side by the hips. Nice. Now step the feet quite wide, wider than your hips. Good, but keep the knees bent. Lovely. Now, you've all done a session, so your bodies are warm. We don't need to warm up. What we need to do is mobilize and continue, just keeping that sort of movement through the body. So let your knees, both of them, fall to the left. Take a twist and enjoy that lovely sensation around your right hip, your thigh, your knee. Internal rotation on the right side of the body, external on the left. Lovely. Good. Nice simple twist. Let the head fall or turn to the right, opposite way of your legs. And just enjoy that twist through the spine. Lovely. Bring the knees up through the center and let them fall to the right side now. Adjust the head, gaze goes to the other side. And what I want you to do is keep anchoring in and not being distracted about noises elsewhere, what's for dinner, have you eaten, what's happening tomorrow, who you're seeing, where you're going. Keep listening to what your body is telling you. So as you come to this side, does it feel different to the first side? What little cues is your body giving you as you move through these what are called asanas or poses and postures? Bring your legs back up through the middle. Lovely. Bring the feet closer together. And now take another twist release of the knees to the left, but now with close knees, it'll feel a little different. Maybe a little more, a little less through the spine. Good. Track over to the other side. Adjusting the gaze as you do so, knees all the way over to the right, if you're not already there. Lovely. Bring your knees back up through center. You're going to take a few bridge lifts. So hands down by your hips. Lovely. You're going to bring your hips up to the sky, peeling your spine up vertebrae at a time. Lengthening out through the front of the thighs. Hands just pop down by the floor. And then roll the spine back down, vertebrae at a time. And take a few bridge lifts here. Up you come. Lengthening. And then rolling back down. Lovely. Now you've got an option to lift your arms as you lift your hips, all the way up and overhead. And then you'll lengthen through the side body. So the hips lift. The arms flow over, lovely. And then you float back down. Now some of us have got really tight spots in the spine, so you might find that as you come back down, there's a little gap. It doesn't quite meet the mat, yeah? Just keep repeating, up and down, pushing through the floor. Now some of you need to bring the hips down and slide your heels a little closer to your bum, yeah? So you can get a little higher. Just see how that feels. I want you to create as much space up in that bridge as you can. Imagine you try and draw your chest to your chin to the sky. Keep the neck long, keep rising up, and lower down slowly. Nice. Give me one more, lift up, stay up. Yes, it will feel quite strong in the thighs. And you're going to bring your hands behind your back. See how that feels through your shoulders. So just snuggle the shoulder blades together, bring your hands or knuckles together behind and draw them down towards your heels, yeah, as you lift up. So like this, interlace the fingers, push the knuckles down and really open up through the chest, yeah. Some of you it will feel super tight, some of you it might feel like quite a nice movement, and others super flexible. Anyone double jointed? Yeah, really bring them together, really open up strong, yes. Lovely. Nice. Release the hands, roll back down, hug the knees into the chest, give a little rounding through the spine. Good. Hug the hands around the shins, or the back of the thighs, and a little rock left to right. Good. Place your left leg down on the floor, right leg up to the sky. Flex into your ankle and really drive your heel up high. Yes, it's like a little hamstring stretch here, or a big hamstring stretch. Circle around the ankle, one direction and the other, and then keep the foot flexed. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your heel and begin to fully circle into this right hip. Keep the legs straight. Yeah, so big circles. Imagine you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your heel. And change direction.
Lauren,
Hello?
is it more important to have a straight leg or it pointing to the sky?
Flexed ankle, heel directing, little bend in the knees, fine there, the hammies tight. Yeah. What gives you more sensation?
Where do you want it?
Okay, like strong.
Okay, that wasn't the question. The question was what gives you the sensation?
This is circles, or here bend in the knees, circles. Okay, so what's more time?
What does this situation quite need right now? Okay, it's
Here
not
it's like
what you
nothing
want me to
left.
do right now.
But then you can feel it more in your hamstring. Yeah, and keep driving up. Now change direction if you haven't. Solid. Change. In the thigh. What, while you're circling? Yeah.
Even when I had the knees down and lifted up,
Yes, that's where your tightness is for sure. Alright, take a little switch. So what you're noticing straight away, yeah, so Wayne's got the thigh tightness, he's feeling that there. Gabe's got tight hammies, legs can go far back but not straight. Others are going to have a lovely straight leg. James, where is your leg? Struggling anyway. I should be calling you out. We've got a little bit of shaking, that's all good. Yeah, just keep working. So the other leg, one direction, then the other. Good. And then let it go, foot to floor. Take a little minute. Good. Now we're going to just take a little rock roll along the spine. So unless, I don't think anyone here, hands up if you have, but any spine problems, issues, fused, metal, anything like that. Yeah, good. So you can have a little play with your spine. It's a really nice rock roll movement, yeah? So hands come behind the thighs. You've got to use momentum. You're going to pop up, take, oh, I'm on an uneven bit of floor. There. Pop ups, take a little balance, roll back, hamstring stretch towards plough, back up. Yeah? So up and over. I don't want you to do like a full roll over. The point is that you just pause, get a nice hamstring stretch, straighten the legs out, and then roll back up, take a little pause at the top, which is bone core activation, yeah? You can do it without the hands, holding the thighs, do it like that. Nice and strong, maybe hold. Yeah? Now just play with that, just for a couple of sort of rolls up, rolls down, see how it feels.
when you go forward, you don't put your feet back on the ground.
I want you to
Shoulders
pop
up.
up. I want core strength. That's it, yeah, nice rock, up and hold it. Hold it, pause, yeah, no hands, and do it again. Yeah, have a little play with it. Fluidity of movement, playing with the body, what it can do. Functional movement, yeah? Lovely. Come all the way up. Let's see if we can hold our boat pose. Rock, hold it, yeah, bit of core strength. Right ankle in front of the left, feet down, take a fold over. So cross leg fold, lovely. You'll feel it around probably right hip, yeah? One hip more than the other, would be general, unless you're Isla. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a bit of like, oh,
So my left, yeah, right
It's on your
inside,
left.
yeah, inside my left.
dodgy left side. Dodgy left side. Good, rock back, take boat again. Left ankle in front of the right, and then forward you go. So you're going to feel it around the other side, opposite side, yeah, depending on whatever is lead or not, if you're away. Same side, so you've got tightness there around
Yeah,
your
it's
left.
just right,
Yes.
right inside, yeah.
Good. All right, rock over if you can, and come through to tabletop. Lovely. So we're going to take a little roll through the spine. So we're going to come up through to our cow pose. So hip bones to the sky. Yeah, we've got hands underneath shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Yeah, box position. So we inhale here. We exhale, push back to our child's pose, and roll forward through to cow. So rolling cat-cow. Really roll through your spine here. Yeah, so the hands stay fixed, the knees stay fixed, and the body moves around those fixed points. Get the movement through that you come. Yeah, now the lower you go, the more you load those triceps, you're working upper body strength at the same time. Good, and then you get a lovely stretch along the spine. Good. Now if you want to, you can take it a little further and work through a down dog through to plank movement. Yeah? Again, rolling the spine. So you go from down dog, roll the spine forward, hover the knees, send the hips up and away, push. Roll forward, hover, push back. Yeah, so have a little play with that. It's all about just seeing what movement you've got there. Should we go again? Socks aren't working. So, down dog, yeah? Lead with the middle of the scapula. Lead with heart space. So tuck your chin under, roll the spine, plank hold, knee hover as if you're going back to bear. Push, hips to the sky, roll that spine forward. Good, push back. Nice, quite strong, yes? Good. Pause, knees down, come all the way down to the floor, and rock out the hips, yeah? Lovely. Oh, your feet have all been there, haven't they? Lovely. All right, so we're going to work a little twist through the spine, lovely for the shoulders, and come up to a nice wide leg fold. So, we have our hands wide, yeah? Initially, just work a little lift here through to cobra. Wide base cobra, it gives us a lot more space than when we work our cobra here. So fingers are off, lift up, lovely, roll back down. Should feel quite nice, squeeze the scapula, draw them down, roll back. Yeah, feels good. Yeah, good. Now you can stay up in it, have a little wriggle through the shoulders, come back down, see how it feels, lift. Good. Now we're going to have the left hand down, right hand is going to help us move, yes, it's like bent on this side. You're going to push through the right hand, look to the right, kick the leg up and over for a little scorpion kick, yes, soften the head, and then bring the leg back round. Yeah? Kick it over, and then bring yourself back round to the middle. Yeah? Just keep working that right side initially. Let's have a look. Good. So ideally, the foot finds the floor and the knees up to the ceiling. Big hip opener, twist to the spine. Yes, Gabe? Lovely. Logan? Nice.
So we keep the shoulder down.
No, lift it up, so let it follow. Yeah. Good, that's it. Yeah, so from here, let that movement flow, push up, all the way, hello pigeon, and then folds. Yeah, so you'll be facing back, right corner of the room. Wide leg fold, lifting it up and over, push, push, push. Yeah, then roll back. Same again, yeah? Push up, keep the leg over, legs go wide, folds. Exactly the same. Thank you, Martin, beautiful demo. There you go, yes. Tell me, so there's a lot of noise, what are you struggling with? Come back. Talk to me what hurts or what's going on, yeah? Go again, we're going to do it the other way.
This one, huh?
Yeah, other way, yeah? So, left arm is going to come over, yes, Gabe, that's it. Push up, fold forward between your legs. Yeah. Then travel back, let that spine free. That's it. Back around, left leg kicks over. It's the left hand. Yeah, nice.
I'll be alternating sides now.
Yeah, and then alternate sides. So you kick over, push, come through wide legs. That's it. Release, kick back, twist the body, yeah?
So
Nice.
which way, when you stand that way, so which way is your head facing? That way?
If you're kicking over your right leg, I want your face to the right, and if you're going left, I want it to the left.
Does it need to be on the floor?
I just don't want it like crooked.
So, very quick.
Yeah, up and over, okay. Yeah? Lovely. Good. Nice. Okay, perfect. Do we like that little movement? Yeah, I think it's really sweet down the spine. It helps release your hips. So we're going to come back up to face me in a tabletop and then kick out left leg. So we're continuing with our hips. Yeah. So left leg's coming out. Roll your foot down. Again, some of you that might not be accessible. Left leg's out. Yeah. This is your left leg, everyone.
Do you go out as far as you
Yeah, and roll your foot down. Yeah, good. Now we're going to have right hand, right knee in line, left arm twisted to the sky and reach. Good. Bring it down, left hand down, right twist, and it will be a bit tighter. Oh yeah. Bring it back down, go to the first side. Nice and free, probably a lot more space. Hand to floor, twist again, other side. So again, where are you feeling it? Around your hip, in your spine, shoulders tight, yeah? Bring yourself back down. Good, inhale, come up. Open out through the arms. We're going to go down to the leg. Right arm reaches, lengthen. So fingertips to the sky, big reach. Then take a curve. Get a bit more out of it. Oh, nice. Hand could be behind your head there if you want, yeah? If this sort of aches your shoulder, hand here is quite nice just to open out. Good. All the way down, hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. And let's start to strengthen into the hips. So lift that leg up, turn the toes to the sky, feel it in your glutes. Oh, take a pulse.
Is that meant to pick like right?
Yes. Spicy, eh? Right, come back up. Nice. Arms forward, hips back to your heel, and then turn the left toes to the sky. And take a few deep breaths. Yeah, so just stay low, take a few deep breaths there. Opening out that hip. Good. Oh, you two are missing out. Lovely. Bring yourself back in. Switch sides. Right foot out this time. Nice. Rolling down the sole of the foot if you can. Pop your left knee on the floor, love. That's it. And hook it behind you so it's in line. Better? Yeah. There we go. Left hand on the floor. Right lifts. Big push out. Nice. Right comes down. Left twist. Good. And one more. Bring it in and under. Open out. Under. left arm. Good, breathe down, inhale, come up, open the arms, and over we go to the left reach. Good, so we're just resting these fingers here down the shin, maybe the thigh, soft as opposed to like collapse. Reaching over, getting a bit more if you can. Over you go, left hand to the floor, right reaches, float the foot up, toes to the sky, yeah? Toes to the sky is what activates your hip. Come back to why am I doing it, yeah? Not why am I doing it, why are you doing it? If you want to kick someone in the head, get that leg up, turn your toes to the sky, and give me a pulse. Boom, 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 yeah? Because I sure as hell know that legs working well is what will make your kicks get better. Perfect. Bring yourself down, arms forward, sink into your child's pose with the arms long, forehead down, toes turned to the sky. Good, and slowly come back up. How are we all doing?
Yeah.
All right? Yes. Loving it? Yeah, so please stand back.
Yes.
Nice, okay. So, you're going to turn to bring, both keep facing me, because I'm just going to do it leg weights for you. We're going to step forward with your right leg, frame the right leg, and pop your left knee as far back as you can get it. Yeah? So if we're here, this is pretty easy. Yeah, you want to tuck the toes, work the leg back as far as you can. Keep your chest forward. Yeah, wriggle into the leg there, nice. Nice thigh stretch. Lift the chest up a little bit and imagine you're drawing your chest forward. Yeah?
Is this doing the hammies?
This is a little bit in the thigh, not as much hamstrings. This is your back thigh, front of your thigh, hip flexor, up through front of the body. Yeah? The bit of your hamstring that's tight, David, you will be feeling it under there, yeah. Yes. Okay, inhale, lift up, and lift your arms to the sky. Practice the arms wide, get a lovely chest stretch. Bit more in the thigh there again, yeah? Good, we're going to push the hips back, toes to the sky, half splits. If anyone can do full splits, go full splits if you want. Hands can frame the foot at the front, yeah? This is active, this is a little more passive, yeah? And we want to sort of soften into the stretches right now. So some of you who do a few of my videos, we've used this little flow from crescent lunge and back to half splits to really, then that's hamstrings game, yeah? Okay. Forwards and back is a really lovely release. Good. Let's work a little Skandasana. So hands to the inside of that right leg. Other arm over. Lovely. Tuck your toes, left foot. Pivot. Keep that right knee bent and turn your left toes to the sky. So you're all going to be facing Thai and the windows there. Yeah. Lovely. All the way around. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Good. So ideally we've got foot to floor. All of foot to the floor, but some of you make sure you're up there, Logan. Yeah? Some of you will have tight Achilles, calf, it will be kicking off a bit, hips. You might not be able to get in at all, that's all good. Turn all the way back round. So your right lead. Frame your foot, kick that leg back and go to down dog for me. Lovely. Nice. Here.
Okay.
And then pop the knees back down, and we do the same. Left leg, step it forward, frame, tuck your toes, and get that leg, that knee as far back as you can. Good, you can untuck the back toes so then it's a little softer. Now especially for men, stay in it, for some reason, mechanically, biometrically, whatever, you've got really tight ankles. Probably as a room, because of your martial arts, they'll be a little bit less tight than normal, but are you struggling with like foot flat at the back? Yeah, and that's just something, unfortunately, sorry guys, that's like the way it is. Sorry?
They want to do something.
Yeah, they want to. What, right now? Okay, flowing back. Here's your half splits. Framing or active. Yeah, think about what you want out of it. Super strong, send your hips back. Passive, big stretch is hands by the foot. Lovely. Bring it forward, arms lift, send it back, toes to sky. Breathe into that, yeah? Track forward, track back. Give me another 1, 2. Always forward facing, yeah, with this. Nice. Hands to the inside, so we've got to work Skandasana on the other side. Right toes tuck, turn around, send your toes to the sky and sink deep into your left hip. Left knees bend, right toes are to the sky. Try and externally rotate that hip for me. Hands to the front if you can. That's it, and just send that leg long. Come like this way. Just come this way. Do more loaded this way.
Come on, Dash, yeah.
So at the moment you are like here, yeah, if you're like really loaded over here, I want you to push the foot away so you open into your hip, even if you're right on your toes. Good.
I know I'm not good at that.
Turn all the way back around to the left. Good, and then kick your left leg back to down dog. Hands on the floor, hips are high, stretch out your spine. Good, lovely. Now, because Jay said it, we'll all just have a little look at saddle, because why not? So, kneeling, hero pose first. So from here, just see if you can bring your hands back, and just, this is great for your ankles, yeah? And I always bang on about healthy ankles. So just see if you can lift your knees, see how it feels. You might be like, no, not happening, that's okay. Just practice. This is how you can get it, yeah?
Then just drop a bit forward and
Yeah. Stretching out the whole of the front of the foot, which you rarely do. Yeah, we never sort of sit like this, or we haven't done since we were kids. Right, so from there, you're either going to do double saddle, both legs back. This is the last pose, yeah? Or you're going to do single. So single will be one leg forward, and the left, so with our right leg forward, left leg, sweep it back. You can see the sole of your foot. We're not sat on it. Yeah, it's kicked to the side. So again, anyone with any dodgy knees, metal knees, anything funky going on in your knees, won't be overly happy. Yeah? Right leg forward, left leg back, and then you just start to come back into it, maybe forearms, or maybe fully down. But don't let the knee come up. Yeah?
It's
So,
your, they are both functions when together.
yeah.
That's the cunning.
Yeah.
feel like a stretch down through the back here.
In your back, yeah.
You're meant to have both functions.
Because you know what the student have bolsters. You can have a blanket or you
Hold on. Let me check on the next side. When you lock it, then you should
when you do that, you'll need
Okay, so you catch it like that. So like just something small.
Okay, so come up, I'm going to switch sides.
Just got fingers there.
Yeah, so send now your right leg back and your left leg forward. You're making it such hard work.
Dash it on these accents.
Okay, no, this is good. I'm not you're doing well. Yeah, put your hands like and see if you can get any further back. And then just stop. Yeah, should go back. Yeah. No,
I think you were doing that.
So James had a valid point, yeah. So we know James has got some issues with his flexibility in his legs. Yeah, I'm not that, like, just that is what it is, yeah. So the alternative, if that's not ever accessible, is you just take a forward-facing thigh stretch, yeah, and you take it into frog. So if you want it further to the side, you just bring it to the side instead, and then you haven't got the issues with having like the tightness in the ankles or the knees, and you can just rest your head. It's passive if you're nice and soft. If you want it active, you can just grab hold of the foot, turn into that hand, rotate around, so fingertips frame, push into it, and then push your thigh into the floor, chest is forward. And then gently that intensity will rise. Yeah, you also get a lovely shoulder stretch at the same time. So how are we doing? Give me more, Logan. Have you switched legs?
Yeah.
Good, lovely, nice. So, how are we doing? We enjoying that? Some of you are taking forward facing, it's a little sweeter on the body, yeah? So the majority of poses can be flipped one way to the other to still get very similar sensations and feedback. We can find accessibility everywhere. Lovely. Nice. So, flip all the way over, come to lay fully on your backs once again. Send the legs long, knees bent, remember if your spines are uncomfortable. And then just come back to that nice smooth breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And while you're lying there, I just want you to just tune in to where you feel heat in the body, where you feel that there was tension, bless you. What did you find was a struggle? What parts of the body were really sort of like telling you no? What felt really good to move? Remember, it's all about your body, and there's improvements to be made. With regular practice, you can definitely improve. You won't believe what James was like before any of the yoga. I want you to just ponder on the thought for a moment of just this idea of acceptance, yeah? So acceptance of where our bodies are. I know you're on, what was it, week 2 of your training program? 3? So you're gonna have to really dig in through the grit, all of that Jay's gonna push you through. Some of you are super familiar with it already. But what you also need to have is acceptance and work with what you've got. So some of you will be brilliant kickers, some of you will be quick and respond, defensive, attack, work through all of that. Find out what your niche is, honour it, tune into it, and have acceptance of some things that the body can't do, but also being able to push past something if it is accessible for you, yeah? And through lovely breath work, you can also calm yourselves down, whether it's pre or post fight. Maybe we'll do a whole session on that just to remind everybody or to show people that aren't familiar with it already. How strong and powerful breath work can be for you. So we'll come up to seated. Lovely. Thank you for joining me. I like to just bring my hands together at heart centre, honouring the practice, respecting the practice. Myself, you guys, each other. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. And you can obviously watch that now, Jay. Yeah, on the.
Yeah, so I've recorded that. I'll share the link for everyone, and then you can follow that in your